Hey you guys, it's Brandy with Eternal Harvest Home Decor, and have you ever wanted a feature wall but felt like you didn't have the artistic ability, the time, or the money to really put into it to make it what you wanted? I have something for you. Today I'm going to show you how I did a feature wall with just materials that I had lying around the home. It was super simple, took less than 30 minutes. This is totally for you. Stick around. Okay, if you guys have been following me for a while, then you know I like a big bang for my buck. I like things to be super easy, super fast, and have a huge change aesthetically or visually. And because right now we're dealing with Corona in our area still, and there's still a shelter-in-place order where I'm at, I wanted to find a way to do a feature wall with things that I already had around my home. And I also didn't want it to cost me a ton. It's actually in my master closet. I just got done doing this huge master closet renovation, and I'll be putting a video about that process up on here in a few weeks. I'm still working on the editing process. But I wanted to be able to have a nice feature wall in there just to make it feel a little homier and better, and I'd had that in my mind for a long time. So I started looking around for designs and wallpapers, and oh my gosh, they would cost a lot of money and I'd have to wait for them to be shipped to me, which I didn't want to do. I needed something simple, and I came across some things on Pinterest where people were using sponges to use kind of as making it like a chevron pattern on their wall. And I liked the idea, but I wasn't into the chevron. Right now, apparently, I'm really into diamonds. I realized after doing this project that I've been incorporating diamond shapes throughout my house. I have them here on the big wall that I just finished, the feature wall in my office. I have them here in the boxes that I used in our master closet renovation, and now in the whole feature wall that is also in our master closet. So as I was looking at these sponge designs, I realized that I could probably make a diamond shape with a sponge. Then I just grabbed a sponge that I had already in my sink, and this particular sponge came with a little wave pattern on the outside edge, which I did not want. So I went and cut the sponge right in half so that I'd have a nice straight edge to work with. Then I grabbed my speed square, and you don't actually need a speed square. You'll see in the video that I show you, I use this at the very beginning, at the very top of the wall to determine spacing and make sure my pattern was on a correct 45. But as I went through the process, I realized that it looked a lot better when I wasn't being as precise. So I kind of ditched the speed square after the first row, and I didn't use it again. So don't worry if you don't have that. If you want it in the beginning to determine spacing, that helps, but you can also use a tape measure or something else on hand. And then I also had some black paint left over from my black feature wall, which I love. And so I just used this as the paint in the master closet. So those are the things that I used, and basically I just took two hands along the straight edge side. I did wet the sponge first, dip it in the black paint, and then you want to wipe some of the paint off. So you want to have a paint pan where you can dip in the paint and then kind of rub it off like a stamp. You don't want too much on this edge. I used two hands, and I kind of put even pressure to create a diamond shape, and I would go one way, then the next, and then I would line up the first V for the second V. And I'll show you in the video coming up how that works. It was really simple, sounds more difficult than it is. It literally took me less than 30 minutes, you guys. So, and I love it so much. It just brings a lot more personality to the closet. It is a closet, I know, my husband made fun of me, but it makes me happy every single time I walk in there. Okay, we're in my closet. The lighting in here is terrible, but I wanted to show you the process. Here are the diamonds, and I just took this straight edge with a little bit of paint on it, and I would do one edge, and then I would line this next edge up with that first one, do the second, and then I would turn it over and do the exact same thing on the bottom so that the top V lined up with the bottom V, and these stayed together. Now, obviously, you do not need to be precise. Let me show you. All of them are a little bit different, and that's okay. And there were a couple I messed up on, and I think it actually just adds to the aesthetics. that is it. That is how you do this feature wall. Super simple. It doesn't cost a thing. I'll bet you have leftover paint somewhere in your home and a sponge. I love what it's done for our master closet. It makes me so happy every time I walk in there, and I know it's so silly because it's just a closet, but technically you could use this on any wall in your home and it would make a huge difference and probably bring you a lot of spunk and personality into your home. As always, if you have questions, I'm happy to answer those. Drop them in the comment section below. I will put everything that I used in the description below as well. And don't forget, you can find me on Instagram and Facebook and TikTok, and my website is eternalharvestdecor.com. Thanks so much, you guys.